Okay, seventh graders, we are doing our last section, and this is solving equations by multiplying or dividing. So we are going to start. I have some steps for us. These are the same steps that you can use with addition and subtraction. So the first step is to locate the variable, ask what operation is happening to the variable. How do you undo it? The inverse operation is kind of like the opposite operation. And then solve and check your answer. Okay, so the first problem that I have there, we have x. This is division, so x is being divided by 7 and equals 20. So how do we undo division? Well, the opposite of division is multiplication. So I'd multiply both sides by a 7. Okay. And what happens is it cancels that out. And I have x equals 20 times 7, which was 140. Okay, and then to check your answer, you put 140 in. 140 divided by 7. Does that equal 20? Yes. 140 divided by 7 equals 20. Okay, the next one. H is being divided by 2. So to undo the division, I multiply by 2. H equals 13 times 2 is 26. To check it, 26 divided by 2 does equal 13. Yes. Okay, the next one. 17 is being, so locate the variable, x is right here, it's being multiplied by 17. How do you undo multiplication? The opposite is to divide, so I divide both sides by 17. I really encourage you to show your work like I am doing, just because when we solve harder equations, it does make this easier. So this is a strange one, 51 divided by 17. You might have to do some guess and check. So for example, when I take 17, I'm guessing 3 because just an estimate, I know it's more than 2. So when I multiply 3 times 7 is 21, 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. So it's right. So when 51 divided by 17 is 3. And my check kind of was right there, so you don't have to recheck it. Next one, z is being multiplied by 4, so to undo multiplication, I divide by 4. So 240 divided by 4, I'll just do this off to the side here. 240 divided by 4. 4 does not go into 2. It goes into 24 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24. And then how many times does it go into 0? It just goes in there once. Or, sorry, 0 times. 60. And then to check that, you could have done 60 times 4. 6 times 0, or 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 6 is 24. So the next one, b is being divided by 25. How do you undo division? You multiply both sides by 25. You know I don't give you a ton of room there. These cancel. So it doesn't matter which side the variable's on. You treat it the same way. 25 times 4, think of that as like quarters. 25 times 4 is 100. And then b is the only thing left here. The reason why this works is because when you put like 25 over 25, it just equals 1. And we know that 1 times b is just b. So this is why it kind of looks like we're getting the variable alone. We're reducing it to just the variable, and that's how we can solve things. So sometimes you might see multiplication represented by a dot. So x is right here, it's being multiplied by 18, so I'm going to divide by 18 on both sides. I put this problem in here because a lot of people will answer 0 for this. But the question is really asking how many times does 18 fit into 18, and the answer is 1. Okay. Locate your variable c. It's being multiplied by 3, so you need to divide by 3. C equals, If you have to do this off to the side, 96 divided by 3. 3 goes into 9 3 times, goes into 6 twice. So our answer would be 32. Sometimes you might see it represented like this. Y is being divided by 8. So then you are going to multiply by 8. Sorry, this is really crammed in here. These ones cancel. 8 times